in there. We did our stitch up for the reps. What was the stitch up in Venice? Oh, it was the excitement. Remember? Really? Oh, wow, internet, restaurant, wow. That's right, Abdul was, what's internet? I'm from South Africa, what's internet? And we had party night that night. Oh, that was the next night. Yeah, so we just went to the bar that night. The next day we went and got the ferry, little motor scarfing thing, the ferry across to Venice. Went to St. Mark's Square. Remember all the pigeons in St. Mark's Square, the beautiful big gold basilica. There's the clock. We went to a glass demonstration and we went to Lace, and you guys had the time to wander, get completely lost amongst the streets of Venice. And then we met again and we went to the gondolas. Some of you got bottles of wine and food and snacks and drank that on the gondolas. It was awesome. And then from there we got gelato. Most of us got gelato. And then we got the ferry back to the campsite. We had the barbecue night that night. Mystery meat. It all comes out, looks black. You never know what you're going to get. And then we had the party night, which was the Venetian masks or masquerade ball. So everyone's also got their masks. That was a fantastic night. A dangerous night, crazy night. Remember all those other groups? I think it was 3 groups in there that night. Yeah, and it was insane. And then from Venice we went to my favourite city, which is Florence. And it rained the whole time. Italy's normally like one of the hottest places that we go to. So for us to be nice and cool over there, we were very lucky. So we went into Florence. We got in there quite early, if you remember. And you could have gone for a swim if you wanted. We had about 3 hours before we went back into town. And we went to the Red Garter that night, which was beach party. And there was the hardcore partiers. Hands up, those of us went to Red Garter that night. And it was awesome. And so we partied at the beach party, drunk cocktails. It was awesome. Got the coach back. And then the next day we had our free day in Florence. We went to
Pisa that day as well.
Oh, the day before. Yeah, on the way to Florence. Had Pisa. And I haven't forgot about Luke and Carrie. I have your gift, your present, your reward for winning. I haven't forgotten. Juliet, the Verona, the following down the way to Rome. Yep. So on the free day in Florence, I think most of you went to David, which was great. You got the walking tour, and went to David. We went to the leather and gold demonstration. A few people bought jewellery and leather jackets and leather stuff, which was awesome. And then we met up again outside the beautiful church of Santa Croce, where it's got Michelangelo and Galileo buried inside it. And then we went to the campsite, got dressed and ready, and we went out for our Tuscan dinner that night. Remember I warned you guys about how much food it was going to be? I was like, came around and said, don't eat the bread, and you all ate the bread, and then you came out very, very full. And we had limoncello at the end of that. Then we had that mission walk to get to Space Discotheque Electronic. We had Space Discotheque Electronic. Some of us remember it, some of us don't. I can tell you now, it was a good time. And it was make your own way back. Remember, all you had to do was stumble outside and say, Kylie's group. And you all made your way back there. Okay, so that was good. Following morning, we had a nice bright early start, and we had devastating news that day. Oh, the previous day, remember? That was the day Michael Jackson died, and we all found out about that, and that was horrific. And then the next day we carried on, and we went from Florence to Rome. We had a shuttle driver that day. Remember, Jez had to have some time off, so we had Speedy Gonzalez on speed. Woo! I was like, you don't need to go to an arcade show or an amusement park. You had a free ride here on the coach. Gareth got us there safely. He's alright. And I was up the front and I was trying to hint to, I was like, gosh, I never get bus sick, ever. I'm getting a bit bus sick today though. And he's like, And I was being really sarcastic, and I'd have my stuff, and I'd see a corner come up, and I'd be really like exaggerate as I'm putting my hands on stuff to stop it going off the side of the thing. Yeah, we got there early. And then we had Roma, and we went straight in, got straight to the campsite. Oh, we stopped along the way. We stopped at the beautiful little town of Verona, which was Romeo and Juliet, where that whole scenario happened. And then we went to Rome. We took you on a city tour of Rome. Jez and I did. And I took you on the walking tour. Remember that first day? It was like quite a hot day, and I warned you. Today's the busiest day. And remember, we went straight into a city tour on the coach, and then straight into a walking tour outside the Colosseum with the man, remember? And it's Contiki, follow the guide. You guys had that, saw the Colosseum, the Roman Forum. Then I met you guys and took you on a walking tour again. We saw the Pantheon, the Spanish Steps, the Trevi Fountain, and then finished off at Piazza Navona, the site of the monk being drowned in angels and demons. And then we had the walkabout dinner that night. And oh yes, pizza by weight. Okay. And then from there we got back on the coach. We went to Rome for the first time. We checked in quite late. There was cash cards at Rome. Remember that place? I thought everybody would be really tired and going to bed, and I went upstairs and there was everybody out still. It's bizarre. And the next morning we got public transport. We got the train in, so you guys all survived Rome, which was fantastic. Rome public transport, which is crazy. And we went and you had your free time in the city, do what you want. Oh, we had Vatican. Remember? And there was the lines, like stupid lines. Most of you managed to get into a group tour. By the time you got in there, it was great. Getting there was half the adventure. A little bit dodgy. Joe just about wore one from old nun. And so you guys got to see the Sistine Chapel, St. Peter's Cathedral, the Pope's addressing at 12. Yeah, a whole lot of stuff. So then we met. You guys got your own way back to the campsite. We had the yummy dinner that night, and then it was party night. Remember the bull, riding the bull, and I think it was a pea party. Yeah, it was a pea party that night. A lot of people came as people, which is always a great thing for a pea party. A really crazy night. Oh yeah, Kyle, what did you come as again? The Predator. Oh, the question was, where's the bridge, the Pont de Gard? That was on the drive to Barcelona from Beaujolais, French chateau, down to Barcelona. On that day there we stopped at the Pont de Gard. Yep, I forgot to say that. If you hear of anything that I'm forgetting, just yell out, because or if you want to know where anything is. And then on the next morning we had a really early start, and we got on the coach from Rome, and we went down to Pompeii. Stopped at Pompeii. You guys had a tour through the old city, saw Vesuvius, saw a couple of people mummified, dog, and then we met again. We drove to the ferry, checked into the ferry, and then we got the overnight ferry to Corfu. Yeah, Corfu. We got to check into the hotel, which was cool, and then we just went into the city that day, hung out in the city, which was awesome. Nice easy day. A lot of us got beautician stuff happened, which was awesome. And then we got back on the coach and we just hung by the pool, and that was about it. The next day we had George's boat. Yay, Georgie. Had a brilliant day on the George's boat. That night we had glupos, the dinner, the Greek dinner. The Greek dinner was the first night, sorry. The first night we arrived, we had glupos dinner. So you got to see remember the flames and those Cossack dancers and the Greek dancing and all the Greek food. the men wearing the traditional Greek uniform, which has how many pleats? Can anyone remember? Can you remember, Kyle?